Hello again. Here's another day of notes. Well, I'm sure you're thrilled. Actually, today is not notes. It is more of a quick reminder of what order of operations is. So we're only going to do a couple examples and show what this is. Remember how to do order of operations. That wonderful little thing called, I call it PEMDAS, because you do it in that order. P stands for parentheses. Do your parentheses first if you have them. E for exponents if you have them. The M and the D, multiply and divide, go left to right as you see those. The parentheses sometimes mean multiply if there's a number out in front. And then the A and the S means you add and subtract again, left to right as you see it. So again, we're going to do a couple little examples here, and that will be all she wrote for today. Alright, here we go on our first example we have here. We have 7 plus 8 times this quantity, 14 minus 6, and then divided by 4. Again, we give you the solution, but how did we get there? That's our question. And we'll show this here right about now. Alright, here is our problem. Parentheses first, so we're going to work inside this parentheses first. 14 minus 6 gives you 8. Everything else is going to come down. Simplified inside the parentheses, the rest drops down. Now remember, this is what I just said. That multiplication right there, 8 times 8, you've got to do that first. So the 7 plus, just keep dropping it down. 8 times 8 is 64. And then we're going to divide by 4. I still see multiplication and division right here. I see this division, so I got to do that step again. Take 64 divided by 4. That's going to give you 16. The 7 plus continues to drop down. And then finally, we add these two together because that's all you can do. And get 7 plus 16 equals 23. So that's what you've got to do. Parentheses first. Work that out. There are no exponents in this example. You have some multiplication here. Do that. Then you do your division because it went left to right. That came before the division. And then once you divide, you'll add the two numbers you have remaining up. At 7 plus 16 is equal to 23. Now, for those of you that will try to throw all that in the calculator, I'm just going to kind of leave it like this. The calculator is only as smart as you tell it to be. There's a picture about that. We'll show that the next day, what I'm getting at about that. So that is example number 1 on the top part. There will be 7 problems like this, and then we'll have 5 more that will be set up like this problem. These have a lot of fractions in it. That's your hint. We have in this fraction 2 squared plus 4 on top. On the bottom, we have 5 plus 3 times the quantity 8 plus 1. So we're going to look to simplify this. Now, in these bottom 5 problems, you've got a couple options. Now, this is my personal opinion. I would work either on top and then work on the bottom. And then, because you know it's got to be a fraction at the end, we'll build with that at the end. That's what I'm going to do. So here on top, no parentheses, but there are exponents. 2 squared, 2 times 2 gives you 4. And then plus 4. And we have everything on the bottom, but I'm not worried about that yet. 4 plus 4 on the top gives me 8. So I know on top I have 8. Now we got to worry about the bottom. I'm going to come back to this step. Work inside the parentheses, because you have 8 plus 1 first. So before we go, 5 plus 3 going to go along with it. Then inside this parentheses, 8 plus 1 obviously is 9. Do your multiplication here, 3 times 9. So the 5 plus is going to keep dropping. I'll keep going along with it. 3 times 9 is 27. One last step on the bottom. You have 8 still on top, but on the bottom we have 5 plus 27. That's going to give me 32. Then our last step here, reduce your fractions if you can. This one you can, because 8 goes into itself once. It will go into 32 4 times. So I'm left with a fraction of 1/4. Now, if you get an improper fraction, you can change it to a mixed number. It really doesn't bother me if you do or not. As long as you get the right answer, I'm good. So that's what you've got to do. Just those little two problems, short and sweet today. Enjoy it. It won't happen all the time. And you'll work on this tomorrow.